Hi everyone, so welcome to my channel. So this will be my part 7. So part 6, I buffed it all up and everything, as I said in the video, polished it, but dragged out the garage. I couldn't see the scratch, as you can't see it now. I couldn't see the scratch in here. I know I had it out once before, so the first time it was out, it was actually damp and dark and gloomy, typical British weather. So you can't see the scratch under certain lights because, as I said in part 6, they had they went over the scratch with lacquer. So there was no sort of, you couldn't see a scratch. When you scratch paintwork, you can see the ink heave of the scratch, but when you lacquer over it, you can't see it on certain lights. So when I dragged it out today to just do a video of it in light of the finished product, I got out the car and I could see the scratch like you can in a video, and I was like, no. So me being me, couldn't leave it like that. I just couldn't do it. There's a couple of things I wasn't happy with anyway. There's some like little marks and stuff here, and there was some door banging rashes against walls there. So it will turn out to be better anyway. And there's a couple of chips on the trim as well. So some door dings. So it's worked out for the best anyway. I was in two minds of doing it when I was doing the quarter panel, but I just getting a little bit fed up of doing this bodywork. So I was going to do it sort of like in my own leisurely time, like, you know, in a few months or whatever. Sort of drag it in and do it in a day like I've done today. So, well, here we are anyway. So I've done all the boring bit. I've took all the door handle off, the mirror off, masked it off. I've pipe build primed some areas, as you can see. There's a bit down there, there's a little bit of rust down there that I got, filled it, primered it, trace coated it and sanded it again. So now I'm going to get the silver on and then lacquer, and then we're done again. Got the door handle hanging up. Yeah, so a little bit of a setback, but it'll work out for the best anyway, because I will have a nice complete new door, as well as the wing, the back quarter panel, sorry. There is some blemishes on the front wing, but mine are like a couple of stone chips on the front there. I'm just going to leave that for now. I may do that next weekend, the weekend after, I don't know yet. But I just wanted to get this door right. The chips are hardly noticeable, but you know, when you get this far and you can do it yourself, it can be a bit of a chore. You can get carried away and end up spraying the whole car, because what started at the first time was only going to do little bits and pieces here and there just to get on the road. Now it's turned into like a bit of a I gotta get mint project, and I should know really better for myself. That's what I do. That's what I did with my van over there. I ended up, you know, almost spraying the whole van just to get it right, and I wanted it straight. So end up putting a new quarter panel there. The video's on my channel. Yeah, so I'm now going to get this sprayed up. See, now you can't see the scratch at all. It's not. It's almost visible with my eye here, but when you stand up here like this now, it doesn't look noticeable. And I just thought it was going to be a faint little mark, because you can't see it at all in here before we've even done all this. As soon as I go outside in the sunlight, as you can see in the video, not in the video before this one, it's really noticeable, especially the naked eye. Yeah, it's really bad, and I just couldn't leave it. It just ruined the whole car. It was too big a scratch to just leave. So right, I'm going to go ahead and get this sprayed up. See you soon. Well, so I've got the base coat on. Had a bit of fun with the gun. So yeah, so I've got this gun, which is, I love this gun, and it's last time it gave me a bit of a problem, and this time it did. And what it turned out to be, there's a little bit of dirt just inside there, but I cleaned it and cleaned it and cleaned it. But this time I blew it, and then it was blocked a little where the paint comes out in the very centre, and it was causing this weird sort of like a sort of rhythm to the spray, and it was making it splatter. So I then had to change to my Clark one, which isn't a very good gun. It's okay, but it just doesn't spray the same, you know. Whereas this other one I've got, it's just got this nice wide equal, like just nice. I love it. It's just a good gun, and I just use this one for primer, because primer always ruins guns. I always find it's always a nightmare to clean them, so I use this just for priming, and I don't put primer in that one, because I don't mind the primer sort of coming out a bit thicker, or this, because it's going to get sanded anyway, because I always use high build primer, so so it can do what it wants on that one. But yeah, so I've cleaned it out, and now it's working a lot better. So I was using that at first, but then I just couldn't do it, so I resorted back to taking it apart and getting it good, got the air on it and everything, if it could blow out, and I finally got some stuff out of there. So yeah, so right, so I'm going to do one more coat of silver, then I'm going to do lacquer, and that's me for the night, because I am tired today. It's took it out of me, this one. Dusted the masking, and also I've been doing some work on the van as well. So I've been under the bonnet most of the morning, and then when I dragged this out, I was seeing a scratch. So I'm doing something I didn't prepare myself to do. So that being said, when I'm not prepared, I didn't have a hardener for the high build primer, so I had to use another hardener for the lacquer. Didn't know if you could do that, so did it anyway. Worked. Yeah, so normally when I prepare myself, when I say prepare myself, I have what I need, because it's Saturday and the body shop that I go to is shut, and you can't get this sort of stuff from Whole Foods or sort of like over the counter, a normal shop. So yeah, so I'm going to get the lacquer on. I'll see you guys soon. Right, so just got one more coat of lacquer to do at 10% thinners. May go 15 just to get that extra thin. It's not looking too bad, to be honest, so far, but yeah, and I've done the handle as well. It's looking nice again. Yeah, so I'm gonna give it 10 minutes to flash. I really don't want no ones on this. So it's a big panel, so if you get a nasty snot of air, you won't get it out. You flatten it, but not all of it, and it will be really noticeable there as well, because it's not eye level, but it's just it's down a little bit and you'll see it. So I really don't want no snotters. But yeah, I'm so glad I've done it now, even though I'm not going to do it, but I've done it anyway. So look at that. It's almost done. To be honest, this is the stage now when you think to yourself, does it need that 10%, 15% thinners, or should I just leave it? I don't know what to do. We'll see. Give it 10 minutes to flash and we'll see.